So, what are the jobs of tomorrow really going to be? It's a question that affects all of us, right? Well, today, we're going to skip the guesswork. We're diving straight into the hard data to see which careers are truly set to take off over the next 10 years.
I mean, where are the real opportunities hiding? Maybe you're just starting your career, or maybe you're thinking about a big change. Heck, maybe you're just curious. The question is the same for everyone. What skills are actually going to matter? And which industries are about to, just explode with growth?
And to get to the bottom of it, we're not just pulling ideas out of thin air. Our guide for this is the official projections from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the BLS. So yeah, this isn't just someone's opinion. This is solid, data-driven forecasting that lays out the fastest-growing jobs for the next decade.
And believe me, the data tells a pretty fascinating story. Let's kick things off with our first huge trend, the green energy revolution. And listen, this is way more than just an environmental thing. We're talking about a massive economic shift here, one that's creating brand new career paths we haven't really seen before.
Okay, get ready for this. The single fastest growing job in the entire country, it's projected to be wind turbine service technician. We're talking a massive 50% growth rate over the next 10 years. I mean, wow. These are the folks out there on the front lines, literally installing and keeping the lights on for our green future.
And hot on their heels, solar panel installers, with a projected growth of 42%. Now, this is no accident. It's like this powerful 1-2 punch from the renewable energy world, telling us loud and clear that there is a huge boom happening for the people who can actually build all this stuff.
So, just to put this into perspective, a 17% growth rate for a field like, say, mental health counseling, that's amazing growth. That's a field that's really needed. But when you put that next to the 50% for wind turbine techs, you really start to see just how explosive this green energy expansion is. It's on another level.
And, this isn't just about how many jobs there are. It's about real opportunity. The data shows these jobs pay well, too. We're talking a median salary of over $62,000 a year for wind techs, which is well above the national average. So it's pretty clear that powering the country can also power a really solid career for you.
All right, let's switch gears to our next major trend. And this one hits home for basically every family in the country. We're talking about the caring economy. It's pretty simple. As our population gets older, the need for healthcare and personal care is just skyrocketing. And that's creating a huge boom in jobs.
And the numbers here are they're staggering. Think about this. Out of the top 20 fastest growing jobs that the BLS identified, a full 60% of them, that's 12 jobs, are in healthcare or personal care. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest force shaping where the jobs are going to be.
But what's really interesting is the sheer variety within this boom. On one end of the spectrum, you've got these highly skilled jobs like physician assistants. They're growing at 20% and pulling in a median salary over $133,000. But then, on the other end, you have this enormous need for essential roles like home health aides. It just goes to show you, there's opportunity here for everyone, no matter your education or skill level.
And it's not just one or two jobs. This trend is creating a whole ecosystem of care. We're seeing massive demand for nurse practitioners, for physical therapist assistants, for all kinds of specialized medical technicians, and yeah, even for the teachers who are training the next wave of all these professionals.
Okay, our third and final trend is the one that's kind of bubbling underneath everything else we've talked about. It's the fact that our world is basically run on data now. This whole digital transformation has created this new wave of high-growth, high-skilled tech jobs that, honestly, they're essential for pretty much every industry out there.
So let's start with a big one, the data scientist. This has got to be one of the most talked about jobs of the last few years. The easiest way to think about them is like digital detectives. They dig through mountains of information to find clues and patterns that help companies make much, much smarter choices. So it's really no surprise this job is set to grow by 34%. Of course, the more data we create, the more we need people to protect it. And that's where information security analysts come in. It's like two sides of the same coin, right? The data scientist finds the treasure in the data, and the security analyst builds the vault to protect that treasure. And with 29% projected growth, it's clear that both sides of that coin are absolutely booming. At the end of the day, these tech jobs are more than just a passing trend. They are, quite literally, the backbone of our entire digital economy. They've got that killer combination of high growth and really high pay. Just look at computer and information research scientists. They're looking at 20% growth and are pulling in salaries well over $140,000 a year. Not bad, right?
Okay,
So we've thrown a lot of numbers and jobs at you. Let's just take a breath and pull it all together. What's the big picture here? What is all this data really telling us about the future of work? And more importantly, what does it mean for you?
It really all boils down to three huge, powerful forces that are all connected. First, you've got the green energy revolution, which is all about sustainability. Then there's the caring economy boom, which is being driven by our changing population. And finally, the digital transformation, where data is just king. These three things are the major currents shaping the job market right now and for years to come. So look, the final question isn't really about the data anymore. It's about you. We've seen that the future is literally being built by the hands of people installing solar panels. It's being nurtured by the people caring for our parents and grandparents, and it's being organized by the people who can make sense of all this digital information. The future is green, it's caring, and it's digital. The only question left is, where do you fit in?